Aquarius. Welcome to your reading with me, Adrian Nelson. This is a love reading for 8 till 14 August. Please remember it's a general reading, so please take it as it resonates. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to take a look at your recent past, your current energy, what's coming towards you, your overall energy. We're going to clarify all of that. Then we're going to look at some dark areas or maybe some dark spots that you might not be aware of or that you want to pay attention to. And we're going to end off with some good news from the universe. All right, because I think in this day and age and time where we are at the moment, we can do with some good news. All right, so let's get started. So we're going to just do your general tarot first, using the MUSE Tarot, which I love. And the overall energy is the Three of Materials, which is the Three of Pentacles. This is a space of growth. This is a space, Aquarius, of inner growth that sort of like reflects on the outside as outer growth. So I can see that you've done a lot of work within yourself, and some of you might have felt a little bit alienated if you're like say you're inside a connection already, you're with someone, you're married, you're staying with them in a relationship, that sort of thing. You could have felt a little bit alienated or maybe having difficulty relaying to your significant other, because it's almost like there was a higher activation that needed to take place within yourself. And for a little while there, it's almost like you had to kind of feel your way around in the dark, like when you're like in your own house and you're familiar with your house, but maybe for some reason there's like a power outage or something like that. You have to kind of feel your way around a little bit, and you've got an idea of where everything is, but obviously you maybe can't just see it like that just right away. And for those of you that are single, Aquarius, this could have been a space where you could have gone from maybe being interested in a relationship, to not really being all that interested at all, because there was that inner calling that, that sort of higher purpose for who you are and what you can be and for what your purpose can actually be in this life. In the recent past, we've got the Muse of Materials, which is the King of Coins, Pentacles. We also have the Two of Emotions, and we've got the Chariot over there, some Cancer energies stepping through there into your reading. Then at your current space, we've got the Five of Voices, we've got the Seven of Emotions, and we've got Awakening over there. So this is the Five of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the Judgment card. All right, and then energy coming towards you is the Hermit, the Knight of Materials, and the Three of Inspiration wands. Some of you may have gone a little bit almost taking the long winding road, and for some of you the journey is not 100% complete, but I feel that you're getting that balance in life, more sort of like where that balance is required, which is very interesting how all of this fits into love, because I feel that for you there in the recent past, you might have had some financial difficulties, maybe some challenges there with confidence and things like that. Maybe other people, they saw very much the bold outside of you, but on the inside, you maybe didn't feel all that bold. But then I feel there was a reconciliation between you and your emotions, your sort of relationship, your sense of rapport that you have with your emotions. There was almost like a reconciliation, with parts within yourself where maybe you have consciously and deliberately gone and done, shadow work and inner child healing, and really looked at maybe some of your patterns when it comes to love and life and romance and confidence, and I feel that you've got a beautiful sort of equilibrium, so to speak, that beautiful balance, so to speak, between your emotions, your what we sort of call, like, I suppose, your darker emotions and your lighter emotions, the things that make you feel very sort of like yay, and the things that make you feel like nay, and then in your current space, there's a clear realization, I feel, for many of you, for what it is that you stepped away from. For many of you, life may have been very challenging, but also I feel that you're getting to see within your patterns, how that played out in relationships with connections that you had. Whereas, for some of you may have felt that maybe it's, it's all the others, it's them and that sort of thing. But, sorry, I feel that you really got that, within yourself. What are some of those things that you almost like the plasters that you put on certain situations that you kind of, didn't want to face? you know, and maybe those things that kind of like played out in your relationship. But this is a space of basically ripping off that band-aid, you know. And you know, so band-aid, plaster, same thing, just really. And I feel that you're really getting that clarity about what is it within yourself that is withholding you from the experience in love that you want to have, in the fullness experience of love that it is that you want to have. And it's beautiful because I see that inner work, that shadow work, that inner child healing, you know, that release of emotions. And this is effectively, you know, what sort of entity release or like cord cutting and those things are all about. Because, you know, in the regression hypnosis that I do, and being a Reiki master and a crystal healer and all those type of things, you know, people really tend to go incredibly to town when it comes to cord cuttings, you know, but it is sometimes, yes, you have to release the energy, but it's also when you get to understand what is holding you back, you know, and you really put in that work. And when you change your vibration, that is when things start to change for you. And I really sense your vibration lifting over here. This reading is a lot about you more in your personal capacity, and not necessarily so much about, you know, love, even though we're looking at love. But this is really incredible because it is when we can find that inner strength within ourselves. When we find within ourselves what the pattern is that pushes you in certain directions, that's really amazing, because then you actually, you know, it gives you power, because you get to understand what it is that's holding you back. So you get to understand what it is that you maybe need to work on in order to move past something that is actually holding you back in life. It's really, really a good thing to do. And then all of that is really, really incredible. All of that is amazing. I see beautiful alignment taking place over here for you. I see you shining up really, really beautifully. I see all of your life really going in a very positive direction, and that most definitely includes love. And the reason why that is because you're not looking for other people to fix the broken pieces within yourself that either you're not aware of, or, you know, or somehow just don't want to face, because I feel that you're always sort of semi-aware of them. But then going forward, you want to give yourself a period of rest. And I see opportunities for you to just sort of be, you know, lighthearted and carefree and enjoy your life, and maybe, you know, just go out of dates. But I also see a lot of you kind of, you know, really getting dressed up. I don't know, maybe this resonates for some of you, but I can literally see, now I've never been in Italy before, or Rome, or any of those places. I only have the images that I sort of have on television, but I kind of see a space almost like that, a piazza like sort of space, and, you know, maybe going out and just getting dressed up, and just really going out to enjoy life for yourself, having a date with yourself. And that is changing that vibration, which actually makes you, you know, that incredible magnet for drawing all of the beauty that you want to have, you know, in your life when it comes to love. You're bringing yourself to that perfect space of alignment to draw to you that beautiful love that we are all searching for in life. Okay, let's clarify for you. Let's look at the Three of Materials, the Three of Pentacles in your overall energy. And we've got the Queen of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. Yeah, end of cycles. This is a space in which you know, if you've been feeling very sort of like there's no opportunities, you know, some of you have decided, you know what, I'm just never going to bother about love again. I'm just going to see whatever happens in life, you know. I feel there's a lot of release that is taking place, and that has taken place for you, and this is a space in which you can actually hope. So if you've been feeling you're rather not going to hope because you don't want to open yourself to that, and, you know, it doesn't work, etc., etc., this is a space where you can actually start to hope again. It's safe for you to hope. All right, let's see what we've got for you there. I'm going to take that Two of Emotions, that Two of Cups, and the Chariot together there in the recent past. Let's see what that energy has to communicate for you there. So we got a Three of Cups, we got an Eight of Cups, and we got a Ten of Staves. And the staves in this deck is emotions. It's one, it's that inner energy. And also, I mean, the things with emotions, you know, a lot of times we compare it to this gentle sort of energy, but emotions are fiery. It's that sense of passion. again, reasons to celebrate. There's this beautiful balance, there's inner strength that's coming out there with the power of 3, and the power of 3 is all about our inner strength. You know, there's a sense of moving your mind from a sense of lack and limitation to a mind of realizing actually your value and your worth. So that's quite beautiful there in the past, that you really got to understand your value and got to understand your worth. And I feel for many of you also, you know, maybe you've been challenged to move past a relationship, or maybe, you know, a relationship ended, maybe a divorce or anything like that, maybe finally granting somebody a divorce. But I feel that it's almost like you realize that holding on in a sense was almost dishonoring yourself. Okay, let's look at this, the 5 of voices and the 7 of emotions combined in your current energy. You've got the King of Staffs, so that's really beautiful. That's getting those emotions in tune. Ace of Pentacles, King of Swords, righty. So this is quite cool. So for some of you, you needed to go a little bit more into that emotional space of yours than, you know, when that kind of might be quite comfortable for you, what you normally do. But Aquarius, you also typically have the dual side, which, you know, a lot of people don't realize about you, is that there is that sort of dual side about you, which is actually quite amazing. But I felt that you really needed to own your emotions, and even where you are at the moment, it's really about owning those emotions, you know, fear, disappointment, whatever it is, but also hope. Definitely hope. You know, some of you just didn't want to hope anymore, and it's actually strongly recommended for you to have hope right now, because that's how you attract things to you and open their door. And it doesn't mean that you're giving your energy away, because you're hoping from a point of, you know, power and realizing your own worth. And as soon as you do that, I sense you being able to go back into that beautiful mind space of who you are. All right, so let's looking at this Hermit card and the energy coming towards you, and look at what we have. So these are the 2 that fell out first. You've got the Tower, the Star, and the Fool. 3 major arcana cards, clarifying another major arcana card. This is a really, really powerful message for you, that it's almost like you've done all the work, but going forward, you really want to open yourself to that surrender space. You know, so even if you're looking at this reading maybe before that 8 or 14 August, use that week for that surrender space, because you're getting back in alignment with yourself, which opens new beginnings for beautiful love. All right, let's look at this Knight of Materials and the energy coming towards you. 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, and the 4 of Pentacles. This is stability. There's hope. You know, there's the worries, there's concerns, yes. But I also feel that you're getting to deal with someone that's actually got very good intentions, even though, you know, it's almost like you might feel like they're a little bit of a jokester initially. And let's just also see what we've got for the 3 of Inspiration, for the energy coming towards you. The Chariot again, Knight of Cups, and the 7 of Swords. Lots of 7s over here in this reading, lots of hope. And, you know, 7 is also that very balanced sort of number, that very balanced sort of energy. You know, I mean, if you look at things like the 7 main chakras and the, you know, perfect biblical number, but it really goes across all sort of ancient teachings. And if you actually really want to learn about the power of 7, or the energy of 7, then let me just get that. This is quite a good deck to maybe work with, the Oracle of the 7 Energies by Colette Baron Reid, because there's a booklet in the front that has really, really actually impressed me, because it really goes into the details about the power of 7. But this is real power here, real power going forward. Making a connection with someone that might be a bit of an unusual choice, but it's actually quite a good choice for you. All right. And sometimes in life we have to go through that spaces of realizing what is not for us in order to actually realize, you know, what is sort of for us. We're just going to have a look, Aquarius, at what are some things that you want to look out for? You know, some things that can creep up on you. Oh, you keep on coming into your reading. The World, the Star, the Knight of Pentacles. Don't lose hope. Don't be afraid to move forward. There's a lot of end of cycles that's taking place over here. You are being realigned with your true authentic self, because some of you have sort of lost that connection, and that is why you would have had trouble in life, in love. Okay. All right. You could even find that for some of you, you know, say maybe even like your children, for example. Obviously, you love your kids and your family, but it could have been, you know, almost a little bit hard to relate to even them. And I feel that is what sparked that inner work, and it's beautiful. Let's see what we have for you going forward. This one? Okay. King of Earth, King of Pentacles, again emotions. This is wow. This is really a space of finding that deep value within yourself. You are the work that you are doing, the work that you did, the inner work that you did, the inner child healing. It's aligning you with that perfect soulmate, that sort of, that energy, that person, that twin flame energy, that soulmate that you were born to be with. It's aligning you with that perfect twin flame energy. It's actually really, really, really beautiful, Aquarius. All right. And if it resonates with you, place your hand on your heart, take a nice deep breath and claim that for yourself. That's what I've got for you, Aquarius. I hope that it helps. I'd really appreciate you liking the video. If it resonates, comment, sharing, subscribing. Remember to hit that notification bell. If you want to have a reading with me, my email address is in the description. Please send me an email, either for a personal reading, for regression hypnosis. I have to let you know that from the time of this reading coming out, for about 2 weeks after that, I've got quite a bit of space or time, as I often do, to do personal readings, to do regression hypnosis. But after that, I'm going to have very little time available. So if you want to have a session with me, you definitely want to book it as soon as possible. Otherwise, you might need to wait for a while. And also, if you want to learn to read the tarot, there's a link in the description for you to do that. From my heart, thank you for your time. Namaste, love and light.